EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key. This is 2nd and 8. Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this done.
That's complete. It's Bashir Tootin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that front.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Hey, go, go. Go, go. Done. Go, go. Let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll find Harry on the right side. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
11. On red.
Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Jaguar 1st down.
Hey, easy. Route. Done. That's what it's hot.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain here down to the 22.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8.
Gun. Red on red. Here we go.
Lawrence will throw. That's to the left side, taken in by Hunter. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
11. Let's go.
Here's Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. N'Keal Harry, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. A call in luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
What are you?
They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. All tied up, 6-6, our score after one. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And just shutting him off there. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, Rob.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Motion man is Schwartz. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Lawrence. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here is away. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A toss left, Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, There's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. They caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A gain of 16 yards.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Jackson.
Lawrence. That's complete. He's got Turton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
11.
Motion man is Schwartz. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Intercepted. Sets up a first down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
A loss of 2.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Ravens 20. Jaguars 6.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. yardage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now 2nd and 5.
Hey, run!
Now Lawrence to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. From midfield now, Lawrence. That is caught by Hunter. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play.
To throw is Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Lawrence shooting out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's safe to say that that was not his primary target when the ball was snapped, and then he led him too close to the sideline, and he ended up with a loss on the play.
Yeah, great toe tap, but you lose yardage, so you wish he didn't even have the toe tap. Wish he would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, catch it. Just make sure you're out of bounds, right? Just don't get it all down as he did there.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
13, Luke.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
12 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Check down here for Henry. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. The 20, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 48 yards. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Jaguars 9.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
180. Yo.
After the interception, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Baltimore
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take a look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 95 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson